Marc Bernal put on an absolute masterclass against Atletico Madrid in a Copa del Rey semi-final.
Juega para Cancelo, Cancelo prepara el centro lateral, la pone... ¡No!
2 goals, one at 29 minutes tapping in after Lamine Yamal's brilliant play, and another at 72 minutes, guiding home Joe Cancelo's perfect cross.
Cancelo's cross is a good one, and it goes...
Bringing Barcelona within 1 goal of a miraculous comeback. At just 18 years and 281 days old, Bernal became the youngest player to score twice in a single Copa del Rey match for Barcelona since 2014, leading the charge with 9 shots on target and dominating every aspect of the game. Barcelona won 3-0, but fell just short on aggregate 4-3, yet Bernal proved he's not just a defensive midfielder anymore. He's a complete game changer with 4 goals in his last 5 matches. February 7th, 2026, Barcelona versus Mallorca and Spain just realized something terrifying. The nightmare isn't over. It's evolved into something way more dangerous.
Checks it onto his left foot, Bernal!
This isn't just another Busquets returning. This is Busquets' brain inside Rodri's body, with a left foot that creates passing angles that shouldn't exist. While everyone's obsessing over Real Madrid's latest signing, a quiet revolution has been happening at Barcelona. Marc Bernal is becoming exactly what La Liga feared, a physical freak who actually understands the game. Since Busquets left, Barcelona's midfield has had a massive hole. Without a proper defensive midfielder, the backline was scared to push up, and Pedri and Gavi had to drop way too deep just to get the ball. The whole team was disconnected. Xavi tried nostalgia. Flick tried using De Jong and Casado as a double pivot. It worked for a bit, but didn't have the structure needed for elite play. The Barcelona pivot is the hardest position in football. Receive the ball with your back to goal, surrounded by 3 pressing opponents, and play a perfect forward pass. Romeu had strength but no brain. Christensen had intelligence but couldn't see everything. De Jong is a ball carrier, not an anchor. For 2 years, Barcelona tried forcing the wrong players into their most important position. The solution wasn't in the transfer market. It was in their academy. Marc Bernal cost nothing, but his profile is worth more than any 100 million. Signing, he's the complete reset. Busquets was tall but slender, relied on deception. Bernal is 1.93 meters, 6'3", still growing and built like Rodri. In modern football, you can't just be smart, you have to be strong. When Bernal shields the ball, opponents bounce off him. This lets him play as a single pivot against Europe's best pressing teams. But his real weapon, his left foot. Most pressing structures trap right-footed players. When a left-footed pivot gets the ball, the angles completely change. Bernal's natural pass goes straight to Lamine Yamal on the right wing. Doesn't even need to look, his passing arc releases. Yamal instantly creating threats defenses can't cover fast enough. Watch the Mallorca game. Most players his size turn like cruise ships. Bernal turns like a boxer, receives, the pass stops, waits for the defender to commit, then, with a shoulder drop, breaks the line. Giant's body, ballerina's feet, that's the unicorn. This almost never happened. August 2024, his ACL snapped at 17, just as he was breaking through the injury that haunts football. For 13 months, Bernal was gone. While Yamal became a superstar, Bernal was in a hospital room, needing help to get dressed. Most young players never recover from an ACL at that age. But Flick didn't let him disappear, visited him, gave him psychology books, kept him in tactical meetings. Bernal studied every Barcelona game, from the stands, analyzing midfield movement. He didn't lose a year, he earned a PhD. When he returned September 2025, we saw a man who'd spent a year in the gym, added 5 kg of muscle. Stronger, angrier, and smarter. Got an assist within 5 minutes. The lost year wasn't a setback, it was his training arc. The data is terrifying. Busquets won 48% of aerial duels. Bernal wins 72%, turning goal kicks into instant possession. He's not just an anchor, he's a tower. Progressive passes, Bernal averages 8.4 per game, 99th percentile in Europe against Mallorca. He bypassed 56 opponents with his passing, taking 5 players out every time he moved forward. And the most absurd stat, in his last 630 minutes of La Liga, he's been dispossessed 0 times. You can press him, double team him, foul him, but you cannot legally take the ball. He's a vault. Barcelona 3, Mallorca 0. Media focused on his goal, but the real story, 0 times dispossessed in 90 minutes. He wasn't just moving the ball, he was controlling the emotional state of the match. When Mallorca pressed high, he slowed it down. When they sat deep, he accelerated with vertical passes, controlling 21 players. That's not normal for 18. De Jong benefited most with Bernal. As anchor, De Jong was free to carry dribble, create chaos, knowing the back was covered. Bernal lets Barcelona play 5 attackers because he covers 2 defenders worth of space. This is what Barcelona fans dreamed of. Pedri brings Iniesta magic, Gavi brings fire, Bernal brings Busquets order, and the oldest is barely mid-20s. Chelsea spent 115 million on Caicedo. Arsenal spent 105 million on Rice. Barcelona found theirs in the academy, paid nothing, just patience and trust. They extended his contract, €500 million release clause. He's not a transfer target, he's the foundation. We've seen false dawns before, but Bernal feels different. The data supports it, the eye test confirms it. He's not filling a position, he's restoring an identity. La Liga thought Barcelona would find another Busquets. They were wrong. They found a Busquets who can physically bully you. Is Marc Bernal already the best defensive midfielder in La Liga, or does he need Champions League knockouts? To prove it, drop your answer in the comments and subscribe for more tactical breakdowns.